Welcome to Fort Langley. Fort Langley, not to be confused with the township of Langley, of which it's a part, or the city of Langley, of which it is not. Fort Langley is the kind of idyllic village that is becoming extinct. Nestled on the banks of the Fraser River, as you can see behind, to the north and surrounded by agricultural land, the town has managed to keep its old world charm. Residents shop and dine at independent shops and restaurants. In the town center, a 3-story building is considered a skyscraper, and you're more than likely to run into the mayor at a local, non-chain grocery store. Most Lower Mainlanders know Fort Langley as a historic site. Built in 1827, the town grew around the site of a Hudson's Bay trading company fur trading post. Gold. It was discovered in 1858. This glittery mineral in the Fraser Valley changed everything. Fort Langley went from a modest trading and provisioning post to the center of the gold rush as 30,000 miners came calling. Over time, business in Fort Langley declined as British Columbia grew and changed around it. In recognition of its importance in the story of Canada, Fort Langley became a National Historic Site in 1923. And in 1931, the one remaining original building was open to the public. Starting in the 1950s, many buildings were added to restore the atmosphere of the original fort, as you can see today. Integral to BC's history, the town doesn't just attract history buffs. Its trails, parks, golf courses, and proximity to the river attract nature lovers, golfers, and fishing enthusiasts. Cafe dwellers and foodies come for a thriving restaurant scene, quaint coffee shops, and even a craft brewery. It is also home to the iconic Yellow Community Center Hall, which is featured in many TV shows and films, as well as the Fort Langley National Historic Site. The former Hudson's Bay Company's fur trading post, which is standing still to this day, 150 years later, is a reminder of the proud heritage of Fort Langley. A really cool thing about Fort Langley is on Saturdays, the farmers market is on until December the 10th, every Saturday, and you can see it's pretty busy. We're at the entrance to the Fort to Fort Trail. It goes from Fort Langley all the way to the Derby Reach Park, which is located just northeast of Walnut Grove. It's 4 kilometers and it is busy, especially on a gorgeous day like today. This is the Fort Langley Community Hall, which back in the 1850s used to be the Hudson's Bay's trading post here in Fort Langley. The building kind of reminds me of those old plantation mansions in the deep south of the USA. Pretty amazing after 150 years. As you can see, here there are no high-rises, and that's what they want. Only 3-story max, and that's about it. So there's no massive high-rises anywhere. That's why it makes it so cozy and very unique to come here or even live here. Nestled in the downtown core of Fort Langley, there's lots of little areas where there's little shops tucked away. And here we are right on the main drag, and here we have a little flower shop tucked in down the little walkway here. This is really kind of a cozy neighborhood. It's a cozy everything in Fort Langley. So this CN station here is very historic. And for those that don't know, these historic CN railway stations are all throughout Canada, from east to west coast. My grandfather used to actually be a station agent in one of these same type of buildings. Brings back lots of memories, I tell you. Pretty cool places. Wendell's Cafe is a very, very popular spot here in Fort Langley. Not only for the locals, but the tourists love this place. Beatniks, this cozy little place here, is one of my favorites in Fort Langley. Great food, great atmosphere, and it is cozy. Besides eating, drinking coffee, one of my favorite things to do in Fort Langley is the antique shops. There are some pretty cool places here. It's one of my favorite things to do in Fort Langley. And there's always old, new things. We're at Bray Island Provincial Park, and right across the south of us is Fort Langley. Today the tide's out, so you can actually walk up and down the sandy shores. It's very relaxing. Tons of people out today with their dogs and their little kids collecting leaves. It's really, really a cool community. So that's a very brief overview of Fort Langley. And I hope you can see how quaint and charming this whole area is, like I do. You need to come out and explore this, have a wander around. You're going to enjoy yourself totally. And it's a great place to live. The population here is only 4,000 people. It's very cozy and very quaint, and it's super friendly. So if you like these area tour videos, please hit the like button and we'll know to do more. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself an awesome day.